Then the next lesson is piano keyboard. Now, when we take a piano keyboard, the same thing is repeated actually. You can see twos and threes, twos and threes. The same thing is repeated again and again. So, as this is the same thing repeated again and again, we called it an octave. One part is an octave because there are 8 notes in one part, 8 white notes in one part, and there are about 7.5, 8 part, 8 note parts in the whole keyboard of the piano. So we name these octaves, 8 parts as octaves. So we are given names because we might get confused with all the same things, because we give the same note names to all the notes that are in the same locations at the same octaves, different octaves, but at the same locations. What I meant is the note before two black note groups is always C. So there are a lot of C's. This is a C, this is a C, this is a C, this is a C again, a C again, and this is also a C, this is also a C. There are 8 C's already. So to identify whether it is a C from the first octave, second octave, or anything else, we have given numbers to the octaves. So this is octave 1. So this is C1 from octave 1. This is C1. This is octave 2. So this is octave 2 and this is C2. This is octave 3. This is C3. This is C4, octave 4. C5, octave 5. C6, C7, C8. And when you take the alphabet from the English language, there are 24 letters, I know that, but the first 7 letters, that's the musical alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F and G. That is the musical alphabet. So this note would be A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Then again A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Like that it goes on. I hope you got it. So this is octave 0 actually, because before octave 1 is octave 0, obviously. This is A0 because of that. This is B0. This is C1, D1, E1, F1, G1, like that. This is C2, D2, E2, F2, G2, A2, B2. So this would be C5, D5, E5, G6. This would be A6, B6. This would be C8. I hope you got it. So, how to identify which is which? This is part of the keyboard that is repeated again and again. This is an octave. Now I told you that there are 8 notes in an octave. From C to C, that's an octave. Actually, when marking an octave in a keyboard, we mark it as 7 white notes because we cannot repeat the same note in 2 octaves, right? That's why. We cannot mark the same note as the octave 1 and octave 2 note, right? That's why. So, this is the 2 black notes group. Before that is C. In the middle of the 2 black notes group is D. After the 2 black notes group is E. Before the 3 black notes group is F. Between the 3 black notes group is G and A. After the 3 black notes group is B. And the same thing is repeated again and again. Now you have to remember these things. This is very important when it comes to music. And these things are sharps, something like a hash here. These are sharps. These are called sharps, and these are called flats. I'll get to it in the black notes lesson, the next lesson. Then let's go to the important things to know about the piano keyboard. So the same pattern is repeated throughout the keyboard. I told you that. The black keys are grouped in 2s and 3s. Told you that too. The white key before any 2 black keys is always C. There are many C's on the keyboard, but the one in the middle of the keyboard is called the middle C. I didn't say that. Sorry, I forgot. So C4 is actually the middle C because of that. So the first C on the keyboard is C1. The second C is C2, obviously. This is C3. And middle C is also known as the C4 note. Then the 8 white keys between any 2 groups of black keys are called an octave. Told you that too. In an octave, there are 12 white and black keys combined. If you count from here to the B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There are 12 black and white keys combined. So the standard piano has 7.5 octaves actually. Almost 7. There are 88 black keys and white keys on a standard piano. This is a standard piano photograph of a standard piano. But there are electronic keyboards and electric keyboards as well that has only 61 keys or even 24 keys as well. 25 keys. There are MIDI keyboards as well. MIDI keyboards are used to do MIDI stuff like MIDI MIDI related composition stuff. These are used to electronic keyboards are used to perform actually most of the time. Pianos are also used to perform most of the time. So that's it for this lesson. Hope you got it.